Hey there, just getting on here today to just show you, since it's Makeover Monday and I don't have to work today, I thought I'd just do a quick little look here. Well, I don't know if it'll be quick or not, but so let's just get started. I'm using my B Squared, or the blush and bronzer brush, and I'm going to go in with Aspen. Aspen is a contour color. It's our lightest one, and it is really good for redness. So I'm just going to go in with the small end of my B Squared brush, and I'm just tapping into those areas where I have some redness going on. It's not too bad today. You can also use Aspen for color correction. I have a scar here I use it for. Couple age spots. Go ahead and say hi when you're on, or hashtag replay. We'll get you a entry for our monthly giveaways. So you don't need a whole lot of this. It might look like I'm putting a lot on, but this brush is really kind of provides like a light coverage. It's a really good one for doing a quick look, because you can kind of do a stippling or swiping motion with the brush. I already have my eyebrows done, and my primer on my lashes and my lids. I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Slash Primer and Thank Me Later Eye Primer by Elizabeth Mott. You can use the highlights as your eyelid primer as well. I have oily eyelids, so I use just a regular primer. So what I'm using for color correcting today under my eyes is my Sunlit. It's kind of a yellow tone. And then for my brows, they're very bold today. I used Cola Contour, which is our darkest contour, and I used Trust eyeshadow to set them. So I figure if I do them beforehand and do all my other makeup on top of it, it'll get toned down a little bit. So, all right, so now I'm going to go in with my mane, and right now I'm in between two colors for my mane. I'm using a combination of sandy and amber. So I'm just going to tap into both of those. So kind of between seasons, so, or I guess between tannings. So I'm just going to go all over with my mane color, just tapping in. You could kind of swirl it around or swipe with it, but since I did some color correcting underneath, I don't want to take all that away. So I'm just dabbing in. And your main color is going to go wherever you grow a beard, or you could put it all over too, whatever. Sometimes I like to put it all over my face area, just because I have the hyperpigmentation, you know, freckles, age spots, and that stuff. So, and then it also goes in the middle of your forehead, kind of temple to temple. And for brightener, I'm going to use that Sunlit there. Dab into that. So that kind of just goes under your eyes and in your center of your forehead, and down your nose and your chin. So I really like the sunlit color. It's a really good kind of yellow, like banana color. It's really pretty for brightening. Certainly feels like a nice, coolish, I guess, fall day out today. All right, next I'm going to go with my contour, and I'm going to use my detail hack. I can't, this is one brush I could never give up. So I'm going in to Astoria is what I'm using for my contour today. Just find a cheekbone, place it right there. And forehead, temple to temple. I'll just blend it while I'm up here. So the larger area that you cover with your contour, providing shadow, the smaller you can make your forehead look. So if you have a smaller forehead, you could just use this side and just do a little light line right there. I call myself a 4.5 head, so I go a little bit wider. So all of our contours and highlights have coverage in them, so you don't need all the multiple layers with traditional foundation and contour, concealer, all that stuff. If you like a little bit more coverage, go for it though. Because sometimes I like to just do the all over main color just to kind of help get a good base for evening it out my skin. All right, you know your nose. So you put your lines, the closer you put them together, the thinner your nose will look, and then I just kind of blend it up to my eyebrow. I'm on a live every time. I'm on a live. No. Never fails. So I'll just like to shadow underneath the lip. Just add a little bit of brightener into the middle there. Did you get lost in there, Ryan? Close the closet clip so they don't see how messy it is. Alright, so this is where you take your perfector sponge, spray a little bit of setting spray on there, and just dab all over. Get rid of every extra stuff and blend everything. I don't know if I've had a live that has not get interrupted by one of the boys or my husband. So put a sign on the door. I don't know what else I could do. Whatever. I guess that's real life, right? All right, so next I'm going to go with my lip and cheek, and this is Love Spell. Now, Love Spell is a pretty, kind of like a mauve color, and it's a limited edition. It's a gloss. It's a really pretty, like, fall color, I think. Or any, I guess you can use it anytime, but I like it for topping other colors. It's really pretty mixed with a lot of different colors. I like it with plum. It helps tone down some of the pinker colors for your lips. So with my cheeks, I'm game for anything really for my cheeks, because you can just not use very much and it'll be fine. But for lips, it's good for mixing. So, some Love Spell. All right, let's get to the eyes. And today I'm going to do a pretty easy eye look, in my opinion. I'm going to use London, Lullaby, and Soulmate. I'm on a live, honey. Now you get to see kids in their underwear. It's getting real here, guys. Maybe I should get a lock on my door. I don't know. The sign is literally like at eye level for where the kids would be, but they just don't see it apparently. All right, so I'm going to go in with a, this is, I don't even know, this is like an e.l.f. brush, I think. It's just like a really fluffy brush. And I'm going to go in with this, this is not a mascara color, but it's like a shimmery, I would compare it to Sabrina probably. I don't have Sabrina, that's why I'm using this. And I'm going to put that all over. I like to give a nice base for everything to stick to. So what I did is I just popped this out of one of my other palettes, and it magnetizes to the tin, or to the compact. So if you're short a color like I am, I'm waiting until the end of the month to see what I can order. You can just use those. It's kind of nice for it's nice with our shadows because you can use all the colors. Like you can just buy colors that you like. Seems like it's inevitable that every palette that I get, there's maybe 5 at the most that I would use. So anyways, all right, so now I'm going to go in with Lullaby. It's a nice kind of a purple, kind of a gray purple. I don't know. I'm going to go on the lid for that one. This is a pretty color for green eyes. I have blue eyes, but it's pretty for green and blue. Probably every color, I guess. It's somewhat neutral. So just putting that on the lid and a little bit into the crease. I'm just putting it on lightly. These shadows are really pigmented, so you don't really need a whole lot. And if you want to build up the color, you can always add a little bit more. But I'm literally just dabbing in once when I'm going in there. I like these shadows because they don't have fallout. Like, let me show you here. The fallout between this one, like, has a lot. You can see all that left in the pan, and it blows. There's a lot away. So ours don't really have that. And it's nice for when you do your eyes and you don't get it all over your cheeks. I mean, you could prevent that by doing your eyes first, but all right, now I'm going to go into Lullaby for the crease, and I'm going to use my London tap brush. It's kind of funny here. All right. I'm going to use the kind of the flatter end. There's like a kind of a pencil tip end, and then there's a flatter end. I'm going to use the flatter end and just kind of lay that in Lullaby. And I'm just going to place that in the crease. Oh my gosh. I like to kind of bring it around to the corner too, since I'm only using kind of 3 colors. I guess 4 with the base. So all the commotion that's going on in our house, well, there's always commotion. They're getting ready for football practice, and my guess is my son cannot find things. So I'm guessing that's why he's barging into my room. And probably why my husband is too. So any areas you need to clean up, just take your brush, wipe it away. So I also like to take whatever color I use in the crease and just put that on my lower lash line, and I kind of go up until about the pupil. Gotta look in my mirror here. Angles a little better. Because I have hooded eyes, I like to bring my crease color up above my crease a little bit, so when I open my eyes you can actually see it. Alright, next I'm going to go with You Complete Me. It's a shimmery color. With the shimmers, I like to just kind of lay my finger in it and just kind of place it with my fingertip. I'm going to go in the corner, just kind of to the middle a little bit. Oh, now we got car alarms going off in the neighborhood. Can you hear that, Jen? Brush, I'm sorry, I swiped my comments away. I use this is the Blend and Tap, if that's the one you're asking. That's one I waited for forever. It was out of stock for a really long time, and I got it this summer. Oh, I can't ever get this side of my eye. This is where it would be nice to be left-handed too. And I just pop this in the corners. The other, oh, this was the Blush and Bronzer. It's also called the B Squared. I think it used to be named the B Squared, and then they changed it to Blush and Bronzer. Yeah, the eyeshadow, everything is good. Alright, so there. Pretty decent look there. Oops. Using all my brushes. I'm going to go to the bronzer. So I have my... Alright, I've got my Bella bronzer, and then I have my Glow Illuminator right next to it, and I like to put them together. I'm going to swipe my comments here for a sec. And take the larger end of the blush and bronzer, or the B Squared, and just kind of swirl into them. And this helps with the fluffier end, so you're not getting too much on there. I like to add the glow because I like a little shimmer in my bronzer. So, but a lot of people don't. So the Bella doesn't have shimmer. So for the bronzer, you're going to hit, the bronzer is a warmer color. So your bronzer is to warm up your face. The contour is more to provide shadow. So your contours are going to be more like kind of ashy colors, because that's what the color shadow. So bronzer, I just kind of dab kind of where the sun would hit, and then get some down there too. Kind of just go over where my contour and blushes, lip and cheek. And I'm barely touching my skin. Like this blush, it's really light and fluffy. It's good for, I like using it for powder too, like a loose powder. So your bronzer just kind of goes where the sun would go. Alright, and I'm going to do my illuminator. I've got Angel. Angel's a cream illuminator. I'm just taking my Perfector sponge. Can't even really see it on there, but and just kind of put it right over where the top of my cheek color. The creams are a little bit more subtle. I kind of bring it up the nose. Cupid's bow. You can pop it on the center of your lips too. Sometimes I like to just throw it up there too. Okay. I'm going to comb through my brows quick, make sure there's no powder or color or anything in there. And doesn't feel sticky. I'm going to do, drop my stuff, my lashes next. I'm going to start with the Benefit Roller Lash for my lower lash line. I might have to switch to the mirror for this, guys. I like this one for the lower lash line because it's small. Get in there a little bit more precise. A good tip to do is to do your lower lashes first, so then when you open up your eyes, you're not getting mascara everywhere. I probably remember maybe 1 out of every 5 times to do it first. Because for the longest time I didn't put mascara on my bottom lashes. So it's kind of always an afterthought. I got the idea for this eye look from one of my fellow mascara artists, Carrie. She did a video of it today. She inspired me. Alright. Now, if I want to get a little extra, I can go in with my Cola contour. And I'm just using a flat brush. You could use probably this brush, which is the Hotline, or even the multitasker. But I like a firm flat edge, and I like it that this one is a little bit bigger, so it doesn't take as long. This is I think it's a dough color, which is a it's a brand of eyeliner that I used, and then I tried their brushes too, just off Amazon. Anyways, I like just how it covers a little bit more of the area. So I'm just going to do a tight line, so I'm just going to push it up into my lashes. So I kind of just set it at the base, and I just kind of almost blink to press that pigment on there. Of course, you want to be careful when you're doing this, especially if you have contacts like I do. You can kind of see how, look how it makes it look thicker, like your lashes look thicker. It's a little trick there for you. So tight line, and then if you're doing it on the bottom, that's called getting the waterline, which I don't usually do. It looks good on some people. I guess it doesn't look horrible on me. Sometimes it just ends up transferring down there anyway, so. You can also use like a waterproof pencil. I use the Thrive Cosmetics. These are Infinity waterproof eyeliners. Those are good ones. Or the Milani Stay Put waterproof eyeliner. This one I'm going to play around with a little bit more because can't tell if it irritated my eyes or if it was just allergies. So, but the Thrive for sure does not irritate my eyes. It's a good brand. All right, so Lash Princess Essence mascara is what we're going in with here. I think it almost looks like it has like little fibers. It's a false lash effect. It kind of reminds me of, oh gosh, what is it? A little bit like the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, a little bit. But not quite. And then I have the lash primer on. Oh, dang it, I'm getting it all over my face. I'll show you how to take care of that too. I can't talk while I'm doing this apparently. The lash primer is it's white, so it kind of makes the color of the mascara show up a little bit more. Show up all over your face like I am intending to do here. So if you do get those smears of mascara, let it, as hard as it is, just let it sit there until it dries, and then I'll show you how to get it off. Because if you attempt to try to wipe it off while it's still wet, it's going to smear all your makeup that's underneath it. So this is probably the third or fourth time I've used this mascara. I just got it. The reviews, I'm still waiting on it, because you know how sometimes when you get a new mascara, it's just like if it's brand new, like the consistency isn't, I don't know, if it's not quite the same. So I'm not going to vote on it yet. If I had to vote on it now, I would probably say it's a little clumpy for my taste, but it might be just because the formula is, you know, just open, kind of wet. So we're going to give it a shot. Give it a fair shot. All right, so with your mistakes that you make, so first I'm going to deal with the clumps. So I have a, I don't even know what brand this is. Oh, I think it's Sonia Kushak. I think I got it from Target. It's a metal comb. And I'm just going to go try to get some of those clumps out. Some people like those. I don't mind them as long as they're not stuck together. And it got a little crazy with going on there. And then you can see there, I take the spoolie end of my hotline brush. Oh, that's not going to work. Or a Q-tip and just take it off like that. Got a couple spots here. Yeah, that worked better. Just kind of pulls it off a little bit. It's dry. All right. I think that's it. If you wanted to, you could add a little bit more blush. I still have a little bit on the brush, so I'm just going to do that. All right. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye.